where winds meet immerses players in Chinese history and culture, reflecting its depth through layered gameplay. Today, I'm gonna prove the developer's ambition to showcase China's heritage and traditional way of life by this side story. That day, I strayed into Thousand Buddha Valley, not a soul in sight. After walking deep into the valley, I entered a hidden village, Thousand Buddha Village. Following the traces, all I saw was scorched earth. Footsteps on the ashes made an eerie, whizzing sound. Under a collapsed wall, human figures, not yet fully consumed by the flames. Inside a ruined temple, stone Buddhas lay tall, broken and slanted. At the village entrance stood a damaged stele, its surface weathered and rough. But the words were still Thousand clear. Buddha Village, confusing Buddha with calamity, defying the ancient ways. Heaven's fire consumed the village, deemed karmic retribution, erected as a warning. Only later did I learn that behind this heaven's fire lay a buried past. The day before the fire, a revered monk from the temple shouted outside the village, with such delusion in Buddha, better to have no Buddha at all. He urged the villagers to follow him to Buddha's light to hear the true voice of Buddha. Some followed and left, surviving. Those obstinately faithful, refusing to leave, were all buried in the sea of flames. Among the scorched ruins, I found a peculiar black stone. It looked otherworldly. Some say that night it fell from the sky, creating a huge crater, then igniting a great fire that instantly swallowed the whole village. As I stared at the black stone, faint whispers suddenly came from behind. Do you still hold resentment? I turned sharply. Someone was in this deserted village, a monk with a bamboo hat, his grey robe stained with ash, muttering to the ruins. Resentment burns for so long. Resent Buddha, resent yourselves, or resent that person. He said his name was Dreamwalking. He urged the lost souls to let go of their attachments to enter. Then he turned to me. This is no place for you. After the fire, restless souls haunt this place. Their ghostly wails. Are you not afraid? I drew the sword at my waist. I don't believe in ghosts or gods. I only believe in the wind on my blade. A kind look crossed his face. You are the opportunity I've awaited. He asked if I was willing to perform a rite of passage for the souls trapped here. Dreamwalking monk said the souls of Thousand Buddha Village died by fire. Their resentment too heavy, needing 3 items to pacify them. First, a branch with fresh morning dew, said to sweep away misfortune and purify the body and mind. Second, 3 sticks of perfected incense, their resonance spreading merits to all realms, guiding souls to rebirth. Third, a Tongling coin, a gold coin to feed the hungry ghosts, specifically for delivering malevolent spirits. After the initial preparations, Dreamwalking monk said, one final step remains. Are you willing to dream for the beings of this place? A dream to pull them from their prison. A dream you cannot speak of to outsiders. I asked no more. He told me to rest a while, to act when the midnight arrived. As his words, drowsiness washed over me, and I fell into deep sleep. I opened my eyes right at midnight. Darkness had fallen. The desolate village was eerily quiet. Dreamwalking monk urged. They're already on their way. Who? Sure enough, a procession emerged from a distant path. They walked in a line, some holding blood-red banners, others carrying lanterns inscribed with water path deliverance, some scattering paper money. They were clearly not living people. Dreamwalking monks said these were the souls of Thousand Buddha Village, trapped for years in the fire, unable to move on. We still lack a lantern bearer. Bewildered, I took a lantern and followed the procession. Dreamwalking monk led the way, chanting, return to the clouded path. Beings of the 6 realms, be reborn in the pure land. Darkness swallowed the soundings. We followed him, passing through a long corridor. My vision suddenly seemed flickered before me. A child led by an adult before a Buddha hall. Little young, the lanterns at home are lit. To the hall and find your father. A young couple. The husband vowed to copy 108 sutras, to pray for a safe childbirth. An old father scolding his disappointing son, urging him to the temple to pray for success. I asked Dreamwalking monk who these people were. The monk said they were the people the villagers cared for most. on the road to the underworld. Only these images remain to cling to. More visions. Someone kneeling, praying for her husband's success. Someone ill, praying for a mother and child's safety. Another weeping, praying for her gravely ill daughter's recovery. They kowtowed, one after believing another. The more devout they were, the more they bowed, the more Buddha would grant their wishes. Dream-walking monks sighed. They're all trapped in delusion. Such obsession with Buddha is worse than having no Buddha. In the end, what they sought never came, and what they did not want arrived swiftly. Hearing his words, I couldn't help but ask. Many in this world are deluded. Why are the souls of 1,000 Buddha village trapped so deeply? The monk said, then you must ask about that heaven's fire. Whether the fire was heaven's will or man-made. Once it started, it never stopped burning. It trapped not just souls, but also the truth. The procession reached the central crater where the fire fell. Flames still raged violently. Seeing this, the souls turned away, unwilling to face it. The monk explained, this is the focal point of heaven's fire. The soul's resentment and fear of the fire have kept it burning to this day. Because they refuse to face it, they cannot escape their predicament. All karma arose from the fire, and must end with the fire. As he finished speaking, he turned and walked into the sea of fire. Though his body was engulfed by fierce flame, there was no sign of burning. Before I could react, I found myself standing in the fire. The fire did not burn me. Only a faint warmth touched my body. But the spirits behind me were in an uproar. So, I, a living person, was to lead these souls. Then, a chant echoed between heaven and earth.
世间有为法，千流不暂停。万物悉无常，世事终生异。往复空与成，辗转若轮回。
As the chant ended, the spirits behind transformed into points of slowly drifting skyward. When I walked out of the fire, dream-walking monk stood by the crater's edge. His robes were still clean. He said, today, the fire is truly extinguished. All love, hate, and attachments have turned to ash. They are ready for rebirth. The starlight from the souls drifted deeper into the village. Dream-walking monk urged me to follow. They still hold one last shred of attachment, following the starlight. I finally came to a scorched old locust tree, only its trunk remaining. It was the last place in the village where misfortune-warding plaques were hung. Dream-walking monk looked at the uneven plaques. These are the villagers' final attachments and their shackles. To be reborn, one must be free of ties. The monk told me to burn the plaques. As the fire rose, countless wandering, withered souls and points of light, rose like elegant fireflies towards the sky. As the paper ash dispersed, the dark clouds overhead actually parted. Sunlight fell upon the village, upon me. I suddenly felt a push. A young monk's voice sounded in my ear, asking how I had fallen asleep in this deserted village. I opened my eyes. There was no starlight, no dream-walking monk. The misfortune-warding plaques under the old locust tree were still there, with no trace of burning, no warmth from a sea of fire on my body. Was that entire rite of passage and rebirth all just a dream? Yet the scorched earth at my feet, the black marks on broken walls, clearly said the heaven's fire was real. The young monk told me, the day before the fire, Master Myozen had come to the villagers. Later, at Buddha's Light Peak, the master lectured on the sutras, causing Buddha's light to everyone believed he was a true Buddha. The ignorant villagers of 1,000 Buddha who did not leave were trapped by local superstition, suffering heaven's punishment. But the more I thought, the more something felt. What a coincidence. The master, then the heaven's fire had, and just then, Buddha's light appeared. And from that lecture, he became the true Buddha everyone believed in, proclaimed the leader of the Buddhist path. Behind him, how many unknown secrets were hidden? Not until many years later, when I entered the spring and autumn lottery to investigate the profound Blade organization, did I discover the true secret behind Myozen. He was no revered monk. He was originally an agent under Emperor Shizong of later Zhou, named Tian Ying. In those turbulent times, there were too many people avoiding conscript. Temples stood in great numbers, casting bronze Buddha statues, consuming vast copper reserves. And too many monks, drained social productivity. Emperor Shizong had ambitions for northern campaigns, but has no money. He planned a massive campaign to suppress Buddhism. To avoid unrest among monks, he sent Tian Ying to infiltrate his Maozi, mingling with monks to gain public trust, preparing for the subsequent suppression. The shouts outside Thousand Buddha Village, the Buddha's light on the peak, were all part of this plan. Some suspect the heavens fire was no natural disaster, but a man-made act under the emperor's anti-Buddhist policy. After all, the profound Blade's creed is my judgment, my execution. All merits, faults, rights and wrongs of history are left for posterity to judge. So, what trapped the souls was not just attachment, but also the schemes of the human heart. Heaven's fire could burn an entire village, but it could not burn away the conspiracy hidden behind the Buddha's light.